Okay, guys, so the United States of America has stopped the foreign aid. That is USAID. This was is an aid to developing African countries in curtailing the effect of HIV AIDS. I think it's kind of a subsidy. It's kind of a subsidizing, helping developing African countries to mitigate the scourge of HIV AIDS in the world. But now the question now is this: if you are living in Nigeria now, the best thing you can do for yourself now is to make sure that you do not fall sick. I'm not even talking about HIV. You do not fall sick, because the price or the cost of drugs now is highly exorbitant. Then secondly, make sure you do not have anything to do with HIV AIDS, because even at the break of this news now, I wonder how people living with HIV AIDS are feeling. They will be highly devastated, highly demoralized, because the cost of maintaining, or the cost of curtailing or subduing the uprise of HIV AIDS now per month is almost 3 million naira as I'm talking to you now. So imagine when America now removes themselves from inside. Imagine when America will remove themselves from inside. So apparently, who will not be subsidizing it? Who will not be subsidizing it? So you are not left on your own. Nobody is coming to save you. Do you understand what I'm saying? No one is coming to save you. But it's quite unfortunate that Africa, at this point, especially Nigeria, with the vast majority of resources that Nigeria still have, at this point in time, they are still relying on foreign aid. How can Nigeria be relying on foreign aid at this point in time that it cannot subsidize the effects of HIV AIDS in Nigeria? Look at South Africa. South Africa spends $25 billion every year in mitigating and assuaging the scourge of HIV AIDS in their country. But Nigeria, we are still living on a keg of gunpowder, whereby our leaders have sold our countries, including our natural resources and the rest. Imagine upon all the mineral resources and vast human and mineral resources that is being abundant in this country, Nigeria still cannot on their own, independently, a country that called himself an independent country, cannot withstand and ameliorate the effect of HIV AIDS in the country. Do you understand? Now, can't you even think of it? Now that America has removed their hand from inside now, it's still just like the same way when Tinubu came into power. He announced that subsidy has been removed. And a whole lot of people were cheering him up, because it affected a whole lot of African countries then, because Nigeria was exporting fuel to different African countries. They're like Cameroon and the rest of them. So because of that, immediately Nigeria stopped subsidy. Now it affected the rest African countries. It's still the same way that Trump came into power now, and he decided that anything that has to do with HIV AIDS disbursement to most countries should be stopped immediately. And we cannot question him, because that is the way he himself thought that would be much more preferable to his own country. Do you understand me? So take note of all these things, because Trump is in for the betterment of his own country. And I guess we shouldn't question him. We shouldn't question him.